Now the second rule is we use a positive question tag after a negative sentence. Previously we have seen that if the sentence is positive, question tag is always negative. And now this rule says that if the sentence is negative, question tag should always be positive. Now the first example for this rule is they don't like it. Since don't itself says or shows that the tone of the sentence is negative because it is a combination of do plus not. Okay, don't. So the tone of the sentence is negative. And the rule says if the sentence is negative, question tag must be positive. Say, so they don't like it, do they? And question mark. Second example, Yash haven't got a car. Haven't stands for the negativity or the negative tone of a sentence, and hence the question tag must be positive. So, Yash haven't got a car, have we? Question mark. And the last sentence for this rule is Seema won't be late. Again, you should remember that won't is a combination of will plus not. Seema won't be late, will she? Since Seema belongs to the feminine gender, so feminine subject pronoun should be used in the question tag for the third sentence, third example. So Seema won't be late, will she, will be a correct question tag. Now, when the verb of the sentence is in the present or past simple, okay, present simple or past simple, we form the question tag with do or does or did and the subject pronoun, proper and appropriate subject pronoun. So we have to understand the tense in which the subject is spoken or written in order to apply the appropriate question tag with do, does or did. When the sentence is in the present tense, we have to use do or does, and when the sentence is said into simple past, we have to use did in the question tag. Look at the first example. Ranveer doesn't like maths, and the question tag is does he and question mark. Since the sentence is said into simple present tense and the subject is Ranveer who belongs to the male gender, we have to use the appropriate subject pronoun for Ranveer in the question tag, and that is he. Since the subject sentence is in negative tone because doesn't represents negativity of the sentence, so rule says that if the sentence is in negative, question tag must be positive, and the correct question tag will be does he. So Ranveer doesn't like maths, does he is a correct question tag. Second example, they left for Mumbai. Now friends, here some interesting fact that you should always remember, that sometimes there will be no indicator of to be forms or to have forms or to had forms in the sentence showing the tense which is used in the sentence. So by getting the main verb and its form which is used in the sentence, we have to understand or identify the tense in which the sentence is written or said. In the second example, they left for Mumbai, the main verb left represents the tense which is simple past tense of the sentence. So if the sentence is said into simple past tense, we have to use did in the question tag, which is very appropriate. So they left for Mumbai, didn't they is a correct question tag. The last sentence, I don't want to be corona patient. I don't want to be corona patient. So don't stands for the negativity of the sentence and the subject is I, which is first person singular, and that is why the correct question tag is do I. Since the sentence is in negative tone, the question tag is always positive. So first sentence, Ranveer doesn't like maths is negative, that is why question tag does he is positive. In the second sentence, they left for Mumbai is positive, that is why question tag didn't they is negative. Third sentence, I don't want to be corona patient, is said with positive tone, negative tone. That is why the question tag is positive, that is do I. Now, one more important thing related to question tag, that when the sentence contains a word with a negative meaning like never, hardly, seldom or rarely, the question tag is always positive. It does not mean that all the time the negative form, that is no, not, never, will be used in the sentence. Instead of no, not, never, there are some words like never, hardly, seldom or rarely which represent the negative tone of the sentence. So we have to identify the tone of the sentence so that accordingly we can use the correct question tag. Look at the first example. They hardly ever go to the library. They hardly ever go to the library. So the word hardly represents the negativity or negative tone of the sentence. That is why the question tag must be positive. So the correct question tag is do they. Why do and why not does? Because the subject is third person plural, they. And if the subject is third person plural, we have to use do as a correct form or correct type of the subject which represents in question tag. And they will remain they in the question tag without any change. Look at the second example. Akshay never plays chess. Since never is used, which represents the negative tone of the sentence, and Akshay, who is a subject and belongs to the male gender, the correct question tag will be does he. Look at and understand the rule that if there is a proper noun, means name of a particular person or man or woman or girl or boy is there in the sentence, and if it is said in the simple present tense, we have to use does as a correct form of the subject in the question tag. And the subject pronoun is he, because Akshay belongs to a male gender. Now third sentence, Abhishek and Aishwarya rarely visited Nashik. So again the word which is presented with a red color, that is rarely, represents the negative tone of the sentence, and that is why question tag must be positive. So Abhishek and Aishwarya, since they form the plural subject, that is why plural subject pronoun should be used, and the plural subject pronoun is they. Since the word or the verb visited represents that it is said in the simple past tense, did as a simple past form should be used in the question tag. So the correct question tag will be Abhishek and Aishwarya rarely visited Nashik, did they? Now look at very quickly some different expressions of question tag which are exceptions to the rules that we have seen so far. We have seen that the modal auxiliary or the modal verb which is used in the sentence, that finds a place in the question tag when we need to apply it. But the first example, that I am a teacher, is an exception to this rule. Only with the use of am and in a positive sentence, okay, I am talking about the use of am in a positive sentence when it is spoken in or written in simple present tense, instead of am, are is the proper and appropriate form of the question tag in such examples. And that is why for a sentence with am, that is I am a teacher, aren't I is the most appropriate question tag, most correct question tag. You should not say amn't I, because amn't I is not at all a question tag exists in English. But if there is am in the sentence, but the sentence is said with a negative tone, okay, for example, I am not a doctor, so the same modal auxiliary should be used or repeated in the question tag in a positive tone, that is am I. So I am not a doctor, am I? But if I said I am a teacher, aren't I, is the correct question tag. If the sentence is said into an imperative with a positive tone, okay, stop talking, Okay, stop talking is a positive sentence, positive imperative sentence is a command. So if there is a command, you should always say won't you. So for stop talking, won't you is the most correct question tag. If there is an imperative sentence, means a command, but it is said in a negative tone with some negative words like no, not, never, hardly, seldom, often, less often. So in that case, the question tag will be positive. For example, don't talk, will you? Don't talk, will you? Is the correct question tag. If the sentence begins with let, because let's includes so many, means all the people including the speaker. Okay, speaker and the audience, the listeners. And when the speaker says let's stop here, it means that he includes himself or herself with the audience, with the listener. So the correct question tag will be let's stop here, shall we? This is the correct question tag. And the last one is this is my pen. This is my pen. This is a very simple sentence, but I have deliberately selected this for some different expressions of question tag, because this becomes it in the question tag in such examples. Okay, that is my pen, isn't it, is also a correct question tag. This is my pen, isn't it, is the most important and correct expression of question tag in this sentence. Now friends, very quickly we will have some examples so that your understanding will be more enhanced. I would like to make it clear before going to conclude the session that this is just a guidelines to you to understand the question tag. With the help of these examples and this discussion, how many and how much you involved with your self-study and self-examples, that matters a lot in understanding every content of every subject. So you should not totally rely upon whatever the teacher taught you or said to you or discussed with you through the online sessions. But with the guidelines of the online sessions, you should move towards your self-study, self-understanding. So here are some examples of question tag for you. I like fancy costumes, don't I? I am from Nasik, aren't I? Don't teach me, will you? Sheila can dance well, can't she? She defeated Corona last week, didn't she? Let's go to party, shall we? Rajesh seldom smokes, does he? If you observe all these 7 examples, I have framed these 7 examples comprising almost all the possible rules of question tags in English. So observe and study these examples very carefully. Revisit the video again and again to understand the question tag, so that you will have no difficulties and no worries about the question tag in the examination. Now friends, this is the time to call for an assignment, to declare the assignment on question tag. I would like you to write 5 sentences with positive question tags and 5 sentences with negative question tags. Follow the rules of applying question tag for completing this assignment, and once you have finished with the assignments, send the assignments to me through this mail ID, that is TUSHARPATIL, that is Tushar Patil @kthmcollege.ac.in. So friends, at the end, I express my thank you towards you for listening me. If you have any difficulties regarding grammar and compulsory English, you can be in touch with me with the number which is written on the slide, and you can write a mail to me to the mail ID which is described on the slides. So once again, I thank you all of you, and let us stop here. We will meet again with the another interesting topic of SYBA compulsory English from grammar section. Till then, keep studying and keep yourself safe. Thank you very much.